The New York Knicks survive in the Garden, the Spurs dominate at home, and we're gonna predict tonight's NBA playoff games. Like and subscribe to the channel. Let's get started. We're obviously gonna start in New York, where the Knicks were able to pull out a victory in Game 2 over the Sixers. These two teams haven't been to the finals since, well, I hit puberty, and they just gave us the most lead changes in a playoff game in over a decade. And I actually thought that the Sixers were gonna find a way to pull this one out without Joel Embiid. And hats off to Tyrese Maxey, who played almost the entire game, but it seems like he was pressing a little bit in the second half, just moving too fast, which is a weird thing to say about Tyrese Maxey, who is possibly the fastest guy in the league, but he just wasn't as secure with the ball as normal. Not just the turnovers, but also it just felt a little hot potato-y. This is not 6'7". This is hot potato-y. And on top of that, he couldn't buy one from deep. And of course, on the other side, Jalen Brunson was Jalen Brunson. And he did what Jalen Brunson does. He came through in clutch time after what I thought was the OG game. Anunoby looked like the guy that I think a lot of us sort of just gave up on him becoming, just dominant on both ends of the court there for a stretch. And I think it probably shut the door on Philly's chances in this series. Obviously, they have to win one on the road because that's how math works. Look at that. You click an NBA video, you get a math lesson. But this might have been their best shot at doing it, and they fell short. What do you think? Are they going to be able to pull off another comeback series win, or are they cooked? You can comment below. That takes us to San Antonio, where the Spurs just ran the Timberwolves out of the gym. But what does it mean? The Wolves played like they were the road team who already got their split because, well, they were. And with Anthony Edwards still hobbled, they've got guys out. This one got out of hand very quickly because they just wouldn't get back on defense. They were allowing easy runouts, not even off of turnovers. It was just very lackadaisical. While on the other side, the Spurs played desperate and relentless. They were still using pressure in the backcourt when they were up by like 40. But regardless of the score, the spread doesn't ultimately matter. This isn't the in-season tournament. These are the playoffs, and the series is tied 1-1. And this is a weird matchup to get a feel for, where the experienced team coming off of back-to-back trips to the Western Conference Finals and having a proven playoff star is the underdog in the 6th seed, while the super young, way ahead of schedule, getting their first taste of playoff basketball team is the favorite in the 2. And the Spurs might be better. They might be much better. They might win this series. But if the Wolves were somehow able to bounce back and pull this thing off, injuries aside, nobody should be shocked. Young teams almost universally have to take their lumps in the playoffs before they make a real run. And although Wemby doesn't look like anything we've ever seen on this planet before, so I guess they could just continue to be the exception because that's pretty much what's been happening all year long. Or they might look human. I don't know. What do you think? Are the Spurs going to run away with this, or are the Wolves going to find a way to make their experience take the upper hand? Comment below. Now we're going to look at tonight's playoff games and give a little prediction. First off, starting with the Cavs playing in Detroit, I've got them evening up this series. And, well, yes, I'm a homer. But the Cavs couldn't play worse than they played in Game 1, and they had that game tied down the stretch in the 4th. James Harden has to take care of the basketball. They all do. The Cavs are turning it over way too much in these playoffs. But the Pistons are better than the Raptors. They're not going to let you get away with it. The Cavs actually let the Raptors have the most share of their points being scored off of turnovers in the entire playoffs, but they still survived. I don't think you survive the Pistons playing that way. And Donovan Mitchell has to show up. He's looked like a shell of himself so far in these playoffs. He seems to go through these stretches of either being easily taken out of the play, all you have to do is guard him full court, and he just won't even try to come get the basketball, or when he does get it, he can only see like 2 inches in front of his feet. He's missing guys that are wide open. He just wants to get in his bag and make something happen. He is a legit star in the NBA. He's been a top 10 guy at least since he got to Cleveland. He is generally a playoff riser, but he has not looked like himself very often in these playoffs yet, and he's gonna have to if the Cavs have any chance of getting past the second round. Finally. But it starts with tying up this series tonight. Oklahoma City, I've got them taking care of home court to go up 2-0 over the Lakers, but I think it's a little bit closer, and I think that the Lakers cover the 15.5 point spread that I saw last night. For what it's worth, I actually parlayed these two predictions together and got it at plus 339 last night. But I'm not gonna say where because no free ads. The Thunder are just a buzzsaw, and as amazing as it is to see a 41-year-old LeBron out here carrying a team in the second round of the playoffs without their leading scorer, a leading scorer who's a perennial MVP candidate, by the way, just don't have enough to run with the best team in the league, especially if Austin Reeves isn't able to find his footing. But I did a short yesterday poking a little bit of fun at the people who are using this series against LeBron in their MJ's the GOAT debate, which admittedly was more for people that I know personally. Uncle Mike, I'm looking at you. To give the internet credit, I'm actually not seeing a lot of Jordan stans coming out of the woodwork on this one, which I think is great because it suggests that we as basketball fans are actually capable of watching a guy do something we've literally never seen before and just appreciate it. Enjoy basketball. The world sucks enough. We don't have to give it hoops too. What's your prediction for tonight's games? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video at all, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel to help me reach my goal of 1,000 subscribers by the time the finals roll around.